Youth admits Hall murder. Says shotgun slaying of Ernest Hall was the result of a card game fight. B. Mullins, 18-year-old topmost Knott County youth, was reported this week to have confessed to Knott County Sheriff Elmine Watts that he fired the shotgun blast which killed Ernest Hall at the mouth of Dry Creek last Thursday afternoon, which was January the 9th, 1947. Body of Hall, a youth of about 18, an adopted son of Mr. and Mrs. Talt Hall, was found by two schoolboys 300 yards from the highway and at a spot distance from any residence. He had been shot 5 or 6 times at close range in the back and in the head with a shotgun. Nearby lay 6 empty 12-gauge shotgun shells. The victim, it was said, was unarmed. Officers suspected Mullins when it was learned that he and Hall had been shortly afternoon Thursday playing cards in an outdoor toilet. Later, they were told, Mullins was seen with a shotgun walking in the direction of the spot where the body was found. At Hyman, the youthful slayer was quoted as telling officers he and Hall were engaged in a fist fight over a card game and that Hall was beating him. Funeral of the victim was held Friday, the Reverend E. V. Hopkins officiating, and the burial was made in the Hall family cemetery. Young killer draws life in Knott County case on plea of guilty. Of the 2 Knott County murder cases to reach the trial stage during the recent court term at Hyman, one resulted in a life sentence. B. Mullins, teenage resident of the Dry Creek section of Knott County, was given a life term on his plea of guilty to a murder charge resulting from the shotgun slaying January the 9th of Ernest Hall. He will remain in the reform school at Greendale until 21, after which he will be transferred to the state reformatory at LaGrange. Mullins, clean-cut and apparently an intelligent youth, was in tears as Judge Hill discussed the gravity of his crime prior to pronouncing sentence. In reply to a query asking why he shot young Hall 6 times, he told the questioner that upon the first shot, Hall seized the bush with one hand and that he kept shooting till he turned it loose. Ernest B. Hall. He was born July the 1st in 1925 in West Virginia. Death date January the 9th, 1947. He was 21 years old, and he was buried in the Joe Hall Cemetery at Dry Creek in Knott County. And it says he was a sawmill hand in the topmost area. On the death certificate, it says the place of death is county, Knott County, city or town, topmost, full name Ernest Hall, single, date of deceased, birth date of deceased July the 1st, 1925. He's 21 years old, birthplace West Virginia. His occupation was listed as sawmill hand, and the father was listed as Talt Hall of Topmost, Kentucky, and the mother, her name was listed as Lottie Thornsbury, Topmost, Kentucky. The informant's signature is listed as Talt Hall, The burial place, Topmost, Kentucky, uh, January the 10th, 1947. That was the day after he was killed. And the signature of funeral director says none, friends. So it must have been, didn't have a funeral director. They just had his friends bury him. And that is listed as Topmost, Kentucky, too. And the date of death is listed as January the 9th, 1947 at 4 p.m. Immediate cause of death is listed as gunshot. And the cause of death says homicide. Date of occurrence, January the 9th, 1947. And it says where did the injury occur? It's listed as on farm, not far from road. While at work, it says no. Means of injury is listed as shotgun. Ernest Hall's draft card is the place of residence is listed as Moncloa, Logan County, West Virginia. Mailing address the same. He was 18 years old when he registered for the draft. Place of birth, it says Logan, West Virginia. But the date of birth is different from the date of birth on the death certificate. This says 8/30/1924. Name and address of person who will always know your address is listed as Talt Hall, Moncloa, West Virginia. Employer's name and address is listed as unemployed. And it has his height and his weight. And Marjorie Mitchell is listed as the registrar who registered him for the draft, the local board number 1 selective service in Logan County, West Virginia, and the date was December the 29th, 1942.